Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox. It's Tuesday night, we're back for another live stream here with oxygen not included. We're back with our wonderful little space junk colony that is currently at 45 duplicants, and we're on cycle 151. And miracle of miracles, I haven't managed to blow this whole colony up yet. I'm not really entirely sure how that's happened or how we managed to survive to this point. Because what we've been doing is taking a duplicant every single time the printing pod turns on. So normally I try to play my colony with around 6 or 8 duplicants, so I have a really easy way of controlling all the resources and things in the colony. But in this colony, we've just been taking a duplicant every single time, and it's gotten to be quite a load. We've had to have a ton of space in order to make living quarters for our poor little duplicants. They've been running short on food. Chronically short on food, actually. I mean, with 45 duplicants, they each need to consume 1,000 kilocalories a day. So 45,000 kilocalories worth of food every day, and I only have 3,770 currently. So obviously food is a really big problem. In the last couple of streams, we've had duplicants who've been getting incapacitated because of lack of food. They've been dropping on the floor, and we've had to rush them to beds. And then only to find out that we had carbon dioxide all collected down here where our medical beds were. And so I was dropping them off basically to suffocate to death instead. So it's been an interesting colony so far. We're up to... Well, actually, I'm building another tasteful memorial because I seem to recall somebody else died recently. We had a couple deaths last time. But we're up to, I think, 7 deaths in total. We have 6 here. And then we have Fatty Muffins, who's stuck in this little entombed area here in the water. And I have no idea what she's doing in terms of making a mess of anybody's morale when they go out over there and cranking up the stress levels or anything. But she's kind of been there since, I think, it was really early on. I can't remember what cycle it was that she died, but it's been quite a while. But hello to everyone that's here in the chat. Thank you again for everyone who shows up here so consistently to check out the streams, and welcome again. Our focus today is going to be survival, because honestly, I think we're going to be in a very tight situation. And yes, Chandra, I do actually remember you. Welcome to the stream. Is this the end of the? It's the end of the colony. I don't know. We're in a really rough place food-wise. Now we have quite a bit of sleet wheat that I planted up here, and I probably should try to set up something so we can try to grow some bristle blossom as well to produce food. We've got a number of different cooking stations down here making these fancy little frost buns, which have done an okay job of supplying food and whatnot, but we're going to run out of dirt at some point. We've been struggling with water because we need water from the micro mushers, which are making these disgusting little mush bars that our poor little duplicants have been suffering to jam in their gullet and try not to vomit as they choke it down. But... look at this. We've got 3 people on the medical cots down here. We have 1 person in the rejuvenator because we've just had this crazy amount of incapacitated duplicants due to the food situation. So here's hoping that as we move forward, we'll get a chance to kind of get everything sorted out. As normal with the stream, I have the overlays turned on, so anyone that subscribes to the channel during the stream, they'll get a little pop-up with their name across the top, and then the same thing for super chats and that kind of thing. Welcome to Iliastar and the couple of people who are watching on Twitch today also. For the past couple weeks, I've been doing dual streaming to Twitch. I'm probably going to keep doing that for a while also because it seems like there's a nice opportunity there for people who prefer to watch it in one method or the other. So, what to do today? Food is the name of the game this time around. I mean, we've basically switched over to a game of Don't Starve. We've got so many people to feed. And our kilocalories are climbing at the moment, but it's not going to stay that way. We've got a number of different manual power generators at least. This one down here is all set up, and I think it's finally connected. Yeah, it's finally connected to the power grid. I think, yes. Okay, so we do have this thing finally connected to the power grid, but nobody's running on it right now because we've actually got to a place where we have a pretty decent amount of power. I ran out of coal last time, too. So you can see these coal generators aren't even running, but we've still got a decent amount of power, so that's good. Hydrogen production's in full swing. I'm gonna do something with the hydrogen that's over here, actually. So this whole pocket in here is trapped, and we've even got hydrogen trapped. Is that carbon dioxide or is that hydrogen? Carbon dioxide. Okay, so we've got CO2 trapped in here that we're gonna have to deal with. I probably should try to maybe make this all sort of a metal flooring so we can have the gas permeable tile in here, and we'll let. Actually, let me just check what I have. I guess we'll make the floor out of gold since. You know, the streets are paved with gold in this colony. You can't eat, but man, have you got treasure. And we're going to do some over here, too, because I need to let some of this hydrogen out that's trapped down here and let it collect up here. This gas pump, originally when I put it here, we had a wall like right here, so it was kind of reasonably placed, but now I think I actually need to stick it over in this corner because the air pressure that's in this area of the colony is actually forcing the hydrogen into this corner. and I can't get it out. So I'm gonna move initially. We'll take this little gas pump that's here, and we'll stick it over in this corner, and that'll let me pump some of that hydrogen out, so we don't have it trapped all the way over here. We'll get the gas pipe in here. We'll just throw the little connection in, and then for this wire, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna leave it on the same switch. So I'll just branch the wire off this way. It's kind of ugly as heck. But at least this way, once we get everything set up, I can just destroy this gas pump. The switch will stay in its place, and the duplicants don't have to run all the way over to the pump in order to turn it off, which should be good. 4 mods commenting all in a row. Yeah, there's quite a few mods that we have in the stream, so generally there tends to be a lot of them that show up. And actually, a bunch of the mods are people that show up to the streams consistently, so that's also nice also. Yeah, Iliastar, I've heard that Twitch coding is generally easier on it as well. I've noticed that there's actually a performance difference in the stream between the two different sites. I've had some people say that when they're watching on YouTube, they're getting more lag and things that we're not experiencing on Twitch. So 6 to 1, half a dozen the other, I guess. Oh, starvation again. Who's starving this time? Robert Feltz. Hanging with slowly. Man, our stress is even high at this point. I mean, not very many people are up high, but Michelina Tori is at 42%. We only have 1 massage table, so hopefully stress doesn't become too much of an issue because we already have problems with food. I probably should consider making more of these snazzy suits if we have any more. Well, let's not make that continuous. Let's just make 2 of these snazzy suits if we have enough of the materials anyway, because it can't hurt to have people running around just radiating that cool, awesome decor effect around them. Robert Felt needs a vacation. He's too stressed. Somebody get him a vacation, stat. Angel is, there was a couple of duplicants that died last time, so she managed to collect a few souls. Not a ton lately, actually. I'm really surprised at how few deaths we've had. I mean, 151 cycles in, and with this many duplicants, I thought for sure we'd have more deaths. But 6, I mean, 6 or 7, I guess. Maybe it's 7. 7's not so bad, all things considered. Oh, these poor duplicants over here, they're sleeping in hydrogen. They can't breathe, so they're gonna end up waking up probably at some point and having to run to get some oxygen because they're snoring in air they can't breathe. I don't know how that works. I'm pretty sure when you're snoring, you still have to inhale. It's crazy. Yeah, Ray, you're not all alone at Twitch. Iliastar's over there also. R.I.P. Kazi. Yeah, Kazi died a while ago. So if anyone's curious, the duplicants that have died so far, we have Beaver that died on the last stream. Elizabeth Jackson died on the last stream. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Jax Bomb passed away. Casual AF Gaming, which is Kazi, he was one of the early casualties. Dragon Ixana, Zoe Kurtz, and then over here, of course, we have Fatty Muffins trapped in their little tomb over there. It's actually kind of it's a little strange that the body doesn't seem to be decomposing in there. It's kind of hanging out all right in that water, but that's okay. If they were actually sitting out in the open air, they would produce polluted oxygen, but that's all polluted oxygen over there anyway, so I guess in the end, it's not really that bad a thing. Oddly, our air is in a reasonably good position now. We've had a few times lately where the oxygen's gotten really bad in here because our oxygen generation system kind of turned off. Temperature-wise, we dealt with a bunch of that last time, but we're still running on the warm side. I'd rather have it down in the green temperate zone because that's just where the duplicants are more happy. But for the most part, you know, they're still not overheating too bad. Some of these, I mean, this electrolyzer in here produces a fair amount of heat, which I'm not super thrilled about, but I figure being too warm and having oxygen is better than being the right temperature and dead. I mean, that's my thinking anyway. I didn't murder the beaver. It just died on our own. All right, so the printing pod's turned on. Throughout this whole playthrough for this particular colony, every time the printing pod turns on, if you just shout out 1, 2, or 3 in the chat, we're going to pick a random duplicant. So we're not even choosing the traits that the duplicants have. We'll just pick them at random based on the scientific method of seeing basically how many numbers you guys are putting out. And that was a weird little light effect down there on the lavatory. I don't know how that works. We'll just bring a random duplicant in. We'll just try to deal with them as best we can. Pick 2, his name is Robert Paulson. Little fight club. His name was Robert Paulson. Alright, so it looks like number 2 is going to be the winner. Choose a duplicant. What do we got? Ooh, we have a mouth breather and a mole hands. Mouth breather is not really the best person to have in this colony because we've already been struggling a little bit with oxygen. They're an ugly crier, so that's not the worst stress response trait, but stress for the most part hasn't been too bad. So let's make this duplicant Superwoman. Congratulations, Superwoman. Welcome to the colony. Now, bear in mind, for anyone who happens to join the colony, because every duplicant in the colony has been named after someone that was in a stream. We don't sell insurance policies, and there's no guarantee of successful life in the colony. Just a small disclaimer, because so far we're basically on it. We're on a collision course with chaos. I think, you know, when we constantly have to keep taking in duplicants, unless we can expand dramatically, it's just not going to go well at some point. At some point, the whole thing's going to crash and burn, possibly on this stream. I mean, that's kind of where my bet is, because food's in such a rough position. But actually, it's been building up. We're at 25,000 kilocalories. That's surprising. But I mean, again, they consume 45,000 kilocalories, so it's not. Oh, the circuit's overloading. We got an overloaded circuit. I thought I had that all sorted out, but the massage table, I think, is on a bad circuit for that. We've got a couple circuits in here where I've got maybe a few too many things connected, and if people actually make use of them, it'll become a problem. But if they're not using them at all, it's not an issue. So it's kind of like intermittent usage sort of thing. But we'll see what happens. But they're finally getting fed properly. 27,000 kilocalories, 29. It is climbing. We must have gotten a harvest of sleet wheat in. And these guys are just cooking up a storm down here. So now on the plus side, with temperature-wise, these guys are actually also sitting in the cold area. That's like they're getting the effect of the cold from this cold biome up here. So it's actually keeping the temperature. Well, some of it's pretty chilly. It's actually in the negative in some places. We got this almost built. They almost did it. Caitlin, you've had a successful life in the colony. And I think you're right. I think actually all three starting duplicants are alive in here, which is pretty cool. Yeah, with the power grid, it is a little bit interesting. If you don't get it set up properly, overloading your circuits can be a bit of a challenge. I have this one relatively well set up, so it looks like a big spider's web of wiring and stuff, but this small one here is on its own closed little circuit where I'm actually producing power just through manual generators to run this one pump, because it got to the point where I had too many overlapping wires. But what I tried to do initially was set my power generation out here in the cold biome, and then connect it all down here with some transformers, and then use the transformers to split off the wiring onto each level of the base. As we kind of expanded width-wise, though, we did run into a scenario where we have a lot more layers to the wire than I would really like. So it's for the most part, it's been good. But as the colony gets bigger, if we manage to live long enough, you know, that will definitely provide a challenge. So let's get rid of this thing here. We don't need this one anymore since we have this one properly placed. It's getting tiny little bits pumped in there, but it's actually running short on power. This is actually probably where some of that circuit overload's coming from. Okay, so that's toast. I don't need this wire here anymore, so we're going to deconstruct that and recover the materials. And I probably should look for other wires I can break apart, because I'm wasting metal just by even having them out there. And if I can recover the metal from them, I feel like that's probably a good thing. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. There. Get rid of those wires. We don't need those. This one here I don't need anymore because I got rid of that battery, so I could kind of correct for the heat problem we had. These wires down here we don't need. We'll get rid of those. And I think, oh, nope. We got more over here. Man, I actually had a lot of random wires out here. All right, so we'll get rid of all those. Hopefully we can get some of our metal back so we can make use of it at least. Let's try to starve Angel. Well, Angel, yeah, I mean, Angel was making some bribes and things to make sure that her duplicant stayed alive. I mean, she was saying, you know, basically I should let a whole bunch of other duplicants die in favor of saving her own. So, you know, maybe we should just lock her in a little room and see what happens. I don't think she would appreciate that, though. Okay, so these biodistillers I really haven't been using, and I probably should. Instead of hunting around for algae all the time, and there are a couple pockets that I found still around. I probably should be making use of these, but I think I'm going to deconstruct them from where they are now and relocate them a bit. Our colony really needs to expand out more. We need more space. I want to capture this whole bottom corner here and try to make use of that so that we have more place for living quarters, because I think we have people... We might have duplicates sleeping on the floor at this point. Yep, there's at least one. We have at least one duplicate sleeping on the floor, and I feel like there's probably more of them. Oh, look, actually, we cleaned up all this... oh, no, we didn't. I thought I cleaned up all the hydrogen there, but apparently not. We're getting a little bit more movement down here, so hopefully this will get it all pumped out. Now, the nice thing is I have this pump set up to just dump it right over here, so it collects up with his other gas pump. And that kind of keeps a nice cushion. So this gas pump up here has actually been sitting relatively constantly in a reasonable amount of hydrogen, which means it's constantly pumping hydrogen out to these to produce power. So this is probably one of the few times I've had actually a really steady flow of hydrogen power out of this thing. But I have a lot of those little electrolyzers producing the hydrogen we're using there. Hi, the hero of the story. Welcome to the stream. All right, so let's get to work over here. We're up to 69,000 kilocalories now. We're actually growing. We're growing. And we're made of... Oh, that's gross up there. Okay, I don't know what's going to do with the plant if we actually have these nasty things on top of there, so I'm just going to mop it up. We'll get this. Clean off this mess here. And then up here, I didn't even plant the seeds yet. I probably should do that. Now, I'd like to plant some bristle blossom, but its ideal temperature is like -23 to +23, and this is in the -30s, so I can't really do that. I'm going to do sleet wheat there again. No. Oh, I'm all out of sleet wheat seeds. Well, how about that? I turned all the sleet wheat grain into food. I guess that's how we have 80,000 kilocalories, which is good enough for like almost 2 days. It's pretty crazy that I have that much food and it's only good for like almost 2 days. Do we even have it stored down here? There's not that much down here, oddly enough. We only have 65 kilograms. Those frost buns must provide quite a lot of kilocalories per kilogram. Because I would have thought at like 80,000 we'd have a couple of these boxes full, but I guess not. I guess not. Maybe the food won't kill us after all. We'll see. Although if stress gets bad, we're going to wind up in a situation where somebody's going to go nuts and just like eat all the food or something, because we have some of those people around here. Let's try and grab some of this liquefiable snow ice and polluted ice in these little bins here. Let's copy those settings. We'll put it over here. Now, the only thing I don't want is I don't really want them to run over to this frost biome and grab this stuff from over there, but we'll see what happens. I think they might, but it's at the end of the day, it's not really the end of the world, I guess. Ooh, we have some mealwood seed too we could plant. Hi, Brian Bloom. Oh, actually, I didn't. I wonder if I thought. So at one point, I was trying to just get to like a public game in there, and I think I might have actually had you join as a friend. And I was like, wow, why is there only one other person in my group? I was like, well, I need to reset this thing so we can get a full 4, and so I dropped it and rejoined. And then it occurred to me afterwards I was set on friends, and it might have been somebody that was actually on my friends list that joined. So sorry about that. How long until the next harvest of wheat? We've got up here 83%, 64%, 80%. So actually 2 of them are relatively close together. I'm surprised. 40%. So I don't think it gives you an estimate of the number of days here. Or the number of cycles, rather, until it'll harvest. Next harvest in 4 cycles. So it's going to be about 4 cycles until we can get there. So we've got enough food, basically, for 2 cycles right now. So things are going to get a little tight again. It's still climbing, though. So they're still prepping food. And we're still getting mush bars. So that's okay. I think we'll be okay. Well, at the very least, we probably won't die right away. I mean, that's something, right? Our air pressure in here is really low, though. I need to crank this back up again. I can't believe how much I lose air pressure in here. It's kind of ridiculous. Which means I need more algae. More algae. Man, this game's become like the hunt for algae. And it's funny because, like, from a very early point, I always made a point of trying to avoid relying on algae too much. And then, no, that's algae right there. Yeah, I was right. And in this colony, algae's become like the name of the game a lot of the ways. We've used it to kind of bridge our way through a couple of troublesome spots. Let's try and get this algae here. Man, these are tiny little pockets of it. I need to find a big, decent pocket of algae. We can just get a good surge in there because it'll help with the oxygen in the main part of the colony, too. We're doomed! I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, we're adding more and more mouths. I mean, we're up to 46 now, so 46,000 kilocalories of food a day. This is, they'll burn through it fast. We've got a decent amount there, but it's going to go fast. Like 2 days and that thing's gone again. We have a little morb hanging out over here. I didn't realize I could set that guy loose. There's no decent pockets of algae over here either. I think I'm going to get this water to drain a different way, though. So I have this little door here. The water's been kind of pooling down in this lower section, which I don't really want. I kind of want it to flow the other way. So I'm going to send somebody down here to do a little digging. I don't know if they'll dig down here, but we'll find out. Try to make this a little bit shorter. They can get a little bit of algae here. We'll get some of this water to drain out, and then I can dig down here. There's a little bit more algae pocket down below here, which I can make use of also. But I have to get the pressure up, but those plants are going to stifle, and then it's going to be a lot more than 4 days before we get a harvest. We're still in the hundreds of grams over here, so this stuff's going to keep growing. But down by this doorway, not so much. Super, super low pressure there, which kind of surprises me actually. Must be all evacuating out this door, but I wouldn't have thought so. I'm playing Poe right now. Welcome back to stream, Fatty Muffins. I was just showing everybody your corpse in your little fish tank over there. Oh no! Oh no! Some of the seeds actually like full on died off. Wait, they recovered the seed, I think, though. Yeah, so we have 9 sleet wheat grains, so they did get the seed back out of it at least. Oh man. All right. I need to make algae a priority, I guess. We're just gonna need that fast. I plan to build over here anyway, so I'm gonna need a ladder. Let's build one right here, and that will give me the ability to grab this little bit of algae that's hiding right here. Do I post a schedule in terms of like the frequency that I send out videos, or when I do streams? My video schedule's been a little bit erratic, unfortunately, because it's a function of when I have the time. So while I try to get to a point where I'm doing videos every day, oftentimes I'm not able to achieve that just because work and family takes a priority. So I think it's actually been 5 or 6 days since I posted a video because of this huge work project that was just consuming massive amounts of my time. But things are a little more stable now. So generally I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays for live stream at 10 p.m. Eastern time. And then every now and then I'll throw in other days too, just at random, that I decide that I want to stream a game. So I think last week I played Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday because I just felt like playing some more on a live stream. So we kind of tackled that. But normally Tuesdays and Thursdays consistently. And then other days are just sort of a little bit more random. Okay, so if I break all this out of here, I can get I'm going to recover a little bit more space here, but I actually want to grab all the way down here. We'll just kind of grab a huge section of this if I can. But I'm going to need to leave. Let's leave a way for these guys to get out of here. Throw a door here. I'm going to have to destroy some of this floor and then hope these guys don't plunge to their death. Because, I mean, that would be bad. Building entombed. What's entombed? Oh. Well, how about that? Let's take that out of there. We got a planter that's not going to use. We need every little scrap of food that we can manage to scrape together in this colony. We've got almost 3 days worth of food, though. I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, 3 streams last week. That was fun. Mind you, the one game that I played was Carbon. Oh, wait. What's going on? Caitlin Roberts. No, she just got the spores. Oh, everyone stay away from Caitlin. She's sick. She's got the cooties. Okay, so these things are cleaning well enough, but I need to dig out more. Dig out more. Give me more space. More rooms. Oh, that sand's gonna drop over there on me. Midrob's gonna get a big block of sand fall on his head when these people dig all the dirt out. Cannibalism should be a stress response. Oh my gosh, that would be interesting. They actually had a thing on the one stream where they were talking about how you could have a duplicant die in fresh water, and they would pollute the water, and then you could feed the polluted water into your farm tiles in order to grow plants, and then have your duplicants eat the food from the plant. So technically, they were eating the other duplicants, but only in a very technical sense. Okay, there's a lot that I'm gonna have to break apart here. Let's see if we can deconstruct buildings here. Let's get rid of this wall. We don't need this. Well, welcome to the stream, Belu Potter. Glad you were able to catch a live stream for once. You refuse to die derpy. He's gonna suffocate with a big block of sand on his head. That would be fairly derpy. I am absolutely starting a new colony when the update hits. So the update is targeted for August 24th. Hopefully it will come out on that day. We will definitely be starting a new colony. I'm not sure whether this one's going to survive through the night, but if it does, then we'll play again next week. If it doesn't, I'm kind of debating whether I should stream next week or just hold out for the update on the 24th, because there's going to be a whole bunch of new stuff in there with changes to the farming system, changes to the way that they collect water. The diseases are changing, so you have different illnesses that'll be in the game, which will be kind of neat and sort of a new challenge. You'll have to deal with like germ management and stuff in the game. So I think there's gonna be a lot of fun new elements to add another little twist to the game. And what the? Somebody's doing the Running Man. Bride Cake. It's the invincible Bride Cake. Apparently he does the Running Man. Dance on, little Bride Cake. Dance on. Okay, we're gonna gradually dig down here, but if I do this not the right way, people are gonna take the plunge. So I don't really want to do that. Let's get a ladder going. 144p. Oy. I hope you're at least on a cell phone, because on a cell phone, I guess 144p might not be too bad. But if you're on a computer, that's going to be a little fuzzy. You might not be able to read any of the text on the screen. So, just so you know, we have 2 million kilocalories, and the colony's good now. That's what we'll go with. Printing Pod's back on again. We got another duplicant coming in, and yes, Angel, you are alive. We've only had 7 deaths so far. Which, I mean, is a fair number when I normally have, like, only 6 or 8 duplicates in total. 7's quite a bit, but for a colony this size, 7's actually pretty good. Printing Pod's live. We need, so if you can throw out 1, 2, or 3 in the chat there, we'll pick whichever one seems to be like it's getting the most. We'll bring in another duplicant. We'll name them after somebody that's in the chat and see what we can do with whatever mess we end up with. So I'm seeing a whole bunch of 2s again, so let's grab another 2. Survey says another mouth breather. So we got someone else to suck up all our oxygen. Good job. Twinkle Toes. This one's a vomiter. Decor expectation 10 is actually not that bad since we have quite good decor actually in most of the colony. What should we name this duplicant? What are we gonna name this one? I need a name. One name, Rosso. Let's name this one Rosso then. Rosso. Welcome to the colony. Okay, that's duplicate number 47. We have at least 2 or 3 people now sleeping without a bed, which maybe isn't so great. What's going on with this thing? I thought I had... Why isn't anybody running on this thing? I thought I had this thing set at a priority 6 so people would run on it, but I guess not. Let's put somebody to hard labor. Normally I stream for about 2 hours, so I start about 10 o'clock Eastern time, and then... I run till about midnight Eastern time. Tahiti, I think you might actually have a duplicate in here already. Let me just double check. Sort by names. There's somebody in here. It's this actually colony I think has gone through 3 or 4 streams now. So surprising. Yep, Tahiti, you're already in here. Eating today 2,000 kilocalories. Somebody's a glutton. They're gobbling up all the food. I thought they were on a 1,000 kilocalorie diet, but apparently not. You know what? Actually, maybe they've got like a bottomless stomach trait. Binge eater buff, can't dig it, duplicant. Nope. I don't know what the deal is there. Well, she's eating well anyway. Maybe because her fullness level was too low, so she had to eat a bunch to catch up. They probably all do. I mean, kind of starved them out for so many cycles now that I kind of feel a little bad. Only a little bad though. You're not fat. You're just like food. But like I said, they were running on such a thin diet for so long, and they were hungry so much that I think probably their fullness levels dropped to the point where they actually have to run and get more. I mean, it's possible it's based on athletics. I don't know. Let's start a riot. That's what we need. A riot to take place in the colony. They all bust out of here. Turns out this is really a penal colony. They've all done bad things, and they're all in prison for it. Oh, that's awaiting algae. So we do have a little bit of algae. How's our air in here now? All right, the air's good. Can I replant this? Why is it still waiting for sleet wheat? I thought I had some. No, they used it up. They must have cooked it. We have somebody... Uh-oh, nobody's cooking down here. That's not a good sign. A couple of people using the microbe musher, but no cooks. So how many cycles have we got left on this stuff? 5.1 cycles for that grain. 5.5 cycles for that grain. Ooh, that's stifling. Really set us back a little bit there. Next harvest at 1.8 cycles for this row, so we'll get another surge of food at least. I think we'll do okay food-wise. French stench. Somebody's stinky. Send them to the shower. Man, I have a million little duplicates in here. Well, 47. It's close to a million. What are they doing? Oh, they're all grabbing water. Look at that. I'm going through so much water, I can't even keep up with it. Just to feed the micro busher. Oh, that's not good. Not good at all. I might actually have to dig into a second geyser, because we actually... I think we're going to be in a bad state for water in a little bit. Let's build this over here. No, wait a minute. That's horrible thinking. Hold on. Let me check my levels here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I never like to have them 4 high. So I'm going to put a floor here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another floor here, which means I don't have this at the right level for the design I want to use. Oops, I just canceled the ladder. Go on, Cryptic. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. So we're gonna build it out this way, like so, and we'll recapture all this space down here. We'll steal it out of the swamp and turn it into something usable. Second is only 3 high, is it? Oh yeah, you're right. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. I messed up. Cancel. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down. Okay. So we'll go this way. Thank you for catching that. Let's cancel this down here because I don't need that. We'll cancel all this. There we go. So we'll recover all this space, which means we'll have to pump it full of oxygen, unfortunately, which, you know, maybe isn't the best part, but your middle platform 1 is too high. Well, this part here I'm going to destroy. I'll end up moving the door and stuff because I don't need this here, but 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, everything's the right size now. I think we're good. Even if I die, you're not gonna get my soul because Death Star takes it and guard it. That's funny. Angel's always on the hunt for souls in our stream, looking for any kind of characters that might die off. She's in the official capacity of soul collection and consumption. Oh, Luke. Shrek, well, you know what? Just think of me as Lord Farquaad. Shrek may not want me in his swamp, but we're taking it anyway. Hopefully I don't look like Lord Farquaad, though. Not a flattering-looking man. Stop bribing. Welcome to the stream, Dark Soul. Rubidia, I would rate this game very highly. I'm full out addicted to Oxygen Not Included. I've had a lot of fun with this game, and actually, it's been a really popular one on the stream. People seem to really enjoy it also, so it's not just me. They've added a bunch to the game. They've had some good updates and stuff, so I would definitely say this game is a buyer for sure. Someone's trapped. Hold on, get this overlay off of here. Where are they trapped? Are they really trapped, or are they just semi-trapped? That was a long way around to build that insulated tile. I should really have them dig out the stuff that's in here. Sorry about that. Here, you get that stuff, and then maybe you'll have an easier time getting around. Why isn't it called Oxygen Is Included? Well, I guess the name just sounded much less dramatic when they had Oxygen Is Included. They kind of took a really roundabout way to get there, I guess. Probably because this floor is not built yet, but... Man, with 47 duplicates, you'd think they'd work a little bit faster. You know what? Maybe I should turn up the speed. Haha, there we go. Now they'll work faster. Yeah, there's some people that have played some like super long games of this, and in part because they're just trying to look to hollow out the whole thing. So I believe it. There are definitely people that have gotten those super high cycles. I tend to get a little bit less interested in it when the cycles get too high, because it feels like you get stabilized to a point where you're not really challenged anymore, and then you're just kind of running around and digging for the sake of doing it. So normally I tend to restart my games after I get to like 200 cycles. Now, in this, whoops, what am I building? Oh, no. What am I doing? I don't want insulated floor in here. I want gas permeable tile in here because I want the gases to pass through. But it would be, yeah, like a 3,000 cycle colony would be interesting because you really would have to dig out like everything in order to keep going. Or very near it, anyway. We haven't even dug down far enough in this particular game to get down to the lava yet. Come on. They're all worried about the toilet. And I guess I should probably consider maybe having more of those now. Huh. You know what? I should probably build a second bathroom. And maybe I can make some space over in this area for one. We have this polluted water down here that I could pump up and then run through a purifier. Ooh, actually, we're going to get close enough to this geyser to make use of it. If I could get rid of the polluted water here... I can't build the ladder down that deep, though. How can I access this thing? If I go all the way around by digging over here and then down and then over, I could dig this out, but they'd get really hot in here. Plus, I don't have any place to cool the water here. I'd have to send it over to this cold biome and then pump it from there all the way back up to the colony. It might still be worth it, because water is definitely going to be a challenge here. No, I have 2 toilets and 2 toilets and 4 outhouses. And for the most part, people haven't been peeing on the floor. It's actually pretty good. As far as I know, voids are still in the game, but I haven't seen one in this colony. I've only been lucky enough to have a single colony so far that had one in it. Yeah, I definitely do need more toilets for this number of duplicants. And Dark Soul, I haven't seen the fan art you made yet, but I haven't logged into the Discord today, so I'm not totally up to date. Let's get rid of the liquid pipes that are in here. We don't need these. Get rid of all this stuff. We don't need this. At least not for now. Yeah, there's a lot of liquid pipe I built up here. I forgot I had that pump over here that was pumping a whole bunch of, like, polluted water up to use for farming and stuff. Back when we had a farm, and the farm was actually viable, we had to use some water to actually fertilize it, but... Or not fertilize it, but to keep it hydrated. This battery is basically... What's it connected to? Oh, yeah, this battery's useless now. We can get rid of this thing. And I could probably deconstruct the wires that are in here, too, to get the metal back. Let's get all that out of here. And get the whole works. Negligent Discord daddy. Yeah, I haven't been on... this last weekend I haven't been on a lot, only because I was just so ridiculously overworked. Hopefully things will kind of get back into a normal groove now, and then I can kind of keep up with everything a little bit better. This floor's got to go. So let's deconstruct this thing and see what... Actually, can they... Oops, no. I need this to be buildings. There we go. Let's deconstruct this. We'll deconstruct that, because we need to... move it down our door here. I'm going to wind up trapping a bunch of people here, because I'm going to wind up destroying the floor. Hopefully nobody dies while we're doing this, because this is going to be a little bit of a tricky transition here, I think. We go that way, and I'm going to set a priority on this, just to make sure they get this built quickly, because I don't want people to die down here. I mean, they're not going to suffocate; they have oxygen. But the last thing I need is people trapped down here. Oh, actually, they got through fine. They can still go through the door and up. Perfect. The door doesn't even have a bottom, but it'll open. You can go through it anyway. Stuff and more stuff. I'm coming for my pickle. SpongeBob Halloween reference. The pickle represents your soul. Oh, gotcha. It's good to get clarified, because otherwise I would have been concerned. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Ruby, Ruby, Roo. Gee. Hey, Pedro. Welcome to the stream. What do I think of the latest rhymes with play stream? I really enjoy those. You know what? There's just something about getting the chance to kind of see upcoming content that I find so exciting. It's like so much to look forward to. There's all kinds of cool stuff coming out in this next update that I can't wait to get my hands on. We're gonna have a bit of a job here cleaning up all the polluted oxygen that's in this space. How can I build I can't build a floor in here yet because I can't reach it. But I'm going to need to build a little bit of an airlock here. Otherwise, we're going to wind up with a bunch of polluted oxygen constantly coming into our living quarters, and we don't really want that. So let's destroy this floor. If we get an airlock built, that'll kind of help a little bit. You're dying of laughter and I can't die. But yeah, the latest stream looked really good. There's some really cool stuff in there. There's something else that they're adding to the game in the form of ruins. So you can actually find ruins in the map while you're out digging around, which kind of adds another cool element. And apparently, they'll give you the ability to do different things. They haven't really released a lot of information yet, and they're not showing it on the stream because they want it to be sort of that fun discovery that you... Oh, I've got a bunch of polluted air down here. They want that to be that sort of that fun discovery that you get. This is all polluted oxygen in here. That's no good. Let's give these guys a little bit of an air deodorizer to try and take care of some of that. But I'm really looking forward to kind of getting the chance to kind of dig around and try and find one of those, because I think that'll be cool to just do some exploring and locate one. On top of all the other cool things they're adding in the update. I mean, I love where they're going with the game on the whole. This door can go now. We probably don't need a weird airlock door in the middle of nowhere. Actually, these ladders can go too, I guess now. Deconstruct this. We need to deconstruct this, and oh my gosh, I just heard the printing pod turn on again, so we're in line for the duplicant, number 48. Kilocalories are coming down again, so we're kind of waiting on that next little hit from our sleep wheat. Another duplicant. 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. We'll pick another random duplicant. We'll bring them in. Name them after somebody that's in the chat, either on Twitch or on the YouTube chat. And then we'll bring them into the colony and see what happens. Hopefully they aren't the camel that breaks, or the straw that breaks the camel's back. Or even the camel that breaks the straw's back, I guess. Even though that makes no sense. Looks like we're going to go with number 3 this time. Scrolling back. Yeah. No. Torn. All right, we're going to go with 1. I'm seeing more 1s. Let's grab a duplicate number 1. Dimensionally inept. All right. We got someone that can't build. Yeah. But on the plus side, they're a quick learner, and we have no research to do. That's great. And Trickle Toes. Vomiter. Yeah, overall not bad, I guess. Could be worse. We could have another Snore. We've got a few of those, which isn't so great. Who are we going to name this duplicant? Who we are going to name this duplicant? Sorry, I'm just scrolling back here to see people. It looks like Knowledge Whale is going to be the lucky winner this time. And by winner, I mean, you know, the latest sacrificial lamb running into our slaughter. Welcome to the colony, Knowledge Whale. And it's actually a good name, too, because they're a quick learner. So I feel like that's a well-named duplicant. Congratulations. Okay, so we're getting there. This is getting built out pretty good. We do need to dig out some more of this. Once we get this set, I'm going to let's do another tile here. Well, actually, I probably should use insulated tile for this. That might make more sense. Because we want to kind of, it's really hot out here. We're going to need to try to do something to control temperatures. And I have not really done a very good job of that so far. I mean, largely it hasn't been a huge concern, though, either, but... Name the next sacrificial lamb of slaughter. I don't know about that. A whale named duplicate indeed. Oh, the puns. You're killing me. I love a good pun. Hashtag dad jokes and all that. Okay, these ladders can go now because we got that all set up. Let's get rid of this ladder here. Perfect. We're gonna need more oxygen's little air deodorizers down here to deal with the wonderful polluted oxygen we have down here. Now on the plus side, with all this polluted oxygen in here, we'll get some air pressurization just out of building air deodorizers in here. That'll be good. Oh right, we need some in here too. We're gonna be using a lot of sand. Fortunately, because of all the digging we've done, we've actually found quite a bit of sand. Yeah, pretty much Iliastar, pretty much everyone that gets named in the colony will be somebody that's watching the stream. I'm trying not to pick people that are just like random names. Yeah, they said that the polluted oxygen won't be harmful to stand in, and it's not harmful now. They can run around and breathe it, but it promotes a disease, and it's like it allows the transmission of disease. So I think they're trying to set it up now so that the people are maybe a little bit less inclined to have colonies that are based on running off of polluted oxygen, which is good. I mean, I've always tried to avoid it anyway. Technically, you didn't really need to, but I just like the idea of trying to control it a little bit better. When I dig through here, all this CO2 that's building up is going to drain out, which is good. But at first, I want to clean up some of this some of this polluted oxygen. We'll try and turn things a little more into clean oxygen before we crack open the walls. Hi, Dead Logan. How are you? Just got here. Hope you can continue the videos this week. Yeah, I should be much more on pattern this week. Again, I apologize for the gap that I had. I think last Thursday was the last video that I put up, but I had kind of a huge work project that I was having to tackle, and it was consuming all of my free time. So, apologize for that. But hopefully this week will be much more on track. Oh, to have a full-time job where all I do is make videos. That would be fun. Okay, I need some more tiles. Give me more tiles. Why are these guys just standing down here? They're like bored. Idle 17, 18, 16. I've actually got so many workers now, I can't even find work for them all. Let's get rid of this ladder. Throw another permeable tile in here. Let's get one over here. Now, I know the gas permeable tile gives a negative decor impact, but it's not very strong, and ultimately it all works out. No, they don't all have beds. That's partly why I'm gathering all this space in here. I'm trying to make more bedroom. Okay, so this is all getting to be turned into carbon dioxide down here, which is funny. I must have had so many duplicants down there breathing, plus the CO2 that was falling from up here, that this whole thing went from polluted oxygen into CO2. So, good job with the air deodorizers, guys. You did a bang-up job there. Awesome. Okay, they all need to go now. Let's deconstruct these things, since they're not going to be doing any good. Did I even do anything there? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. And then I'm going to knock out the wall down here, and this should let the CO2 drain out and down this way. Some of this fresh air should rise upwards, and so they'll kind of, well, they might change places. It depends. It's actually really close quarters in here, but I'm hoping that'll help the oxygen kind of settle there a little bit better, and then our oxygen scrubber down here can do its work too. Although at this point I should probably have that thing even lower. I feel like I've moved that thing a few times now. Fill the beds with CO2. No, I can't put beds down here just yet. We're not quite ready to suffocate all of our duplicants. Maybe later, but not now. Let's get rid of this. Oh, we're down to 22,000 kilocalories of food. When's our next harvest due? Do we have sleet wheat? We do not have sleet wheat grain, but we do have... Cannot fertilize. Oh, okay. We've got... Okay, that was perfect timing. We're going to harvest right now. Sweet. How many grains do we get off this harvest? 200 and some odd grains. So I'm gonna plant these right away. 387, yeah. So 387 grain they got off that. 406. Man, that's a lot. That's good. Copy those settings. Paste it over here. We'll get some more sleet wheat growing. Well, that didn't go very well. Why did it only copy once? Copy settings. Highlight all this. There we go. Now we got it. Although, again, we've got a stifling problem here. Air pressure is a challenge in here. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. They must be just like in there just breathing up the air so often. But you'd think they would replace it with CO2 that would at least maintain a reasonable amount of pressure, but it's just not. They keep having to pump it in there. Time for some terrariums. Yeah, well, the trouble is I'm really low on algae, so that's not necessarily the best option there either at the moment. And thanks Logan. I do appreciate that you like the channel. Want to see it keep going. I've been doing videos now on the channel for a couple years, so it's definitely not going anywhere. I have a lot of fun with it. Somebody made a mess. Oh gosh, wait a minute. What happened? Somebody peed the bed. Which one of you did it? Richard FWL. That's who's selected right now. So it must have been Richard. Richard peed the bed. It's going all over the place. All right, everybody clean that up. Nothing says good morning like cleaning up someone else's urine. All right. Clearly, we're in a place where we need more bathrooms. I mean, not that I'm not surprised by that, but obviously it's one of those things where we just need more. I'm gonna do some more. Use up some more metal. We'll make some more tiling here. Air pressure leak on the left side of Sleep Farm. Well, I put a triple door here so that it would. Oh yeah. Yep, that would do it. I done did it. Amazing. All right, that's guaranteed. Well, not guaranteed, but there's a pretty high probability that has something to do with our air pressure issues. So let's throw a ladder down here. At least let them recover the grains that are here. And then I guess we can throw some tile in here. That will kind of that will seal that off. I mean, the thing is, the polluted oxygen kind of... The gases don't really mix too well. So up here we've got hydrogen. At very low concentrations, too. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's all a mystery. Let's plant some more sleepweed here. Get them all going. Oh, and this one here, I forgot. Oh, this was for a wheezewort. I dug that out thinking I could plant more grain there, but actually, I can't. Just more wheezewort. Plant a sleepweed in your neglected farm tile. Yeah, I did there. I caught that, but I didn't see your chat until I'd already seen it. 4:50 in the Netherlands. Wow. See, that's dedication. When you're watching YouTube videos at 4:50 in the morning, that's dedication right there. Thanks for following along the stream. I'm glad you enjoy the channel, that you actually want to get up at crazy o'clock in the morning and follow along. That's pretty sweet. Okay, what can we do? What can we do to get ourselves some more algae? Because I kind of want to put some terrariums in there, get things kind of changed over a little bit. There's actually this is all algae here, so I'm gonna snag that. Let's build a ladder here. I think they can harvest through a ladder. I'm fairly certain they can anyway. Dig all that out for me. If this thing would break finally, it's not. It's funny. Like oftentimes when you don't want the. Oh, now he goes down instead of building the ladder. Good times. You know what? Let's just drain this thing. Let's do priority 8 right here. Forget the ladder. Get rid of this. If they can run over and break that thing, that'll let the water drain out. There we go. Everybody can they can stop having a nice muck bath. We can get that little bit of algae, and then I think we're probably, unless I pump oxygen into this corner down here, I think we're gonna have a problem with the CO2 not getting out. Because if you look over here, we've got this little, it's almost like, it creates like an airlock where it's not quite getting through. I mean, we're getting some oxygen up here, which is good, so we're getting like downward pressure, but it's just not enough to actually force it all through. So we either need to produce more air up top here, which would let it force some more of the CO2 down, or we need to get some algae terrariums running. So for now, I'm gonna put a couple algae terrariums down here, so we can at least exchange some of that, because we're always gonna end up with this pocket in the corner unless I can get air pressure built there. Oh, it's cool. You can actually see some of the air shifting up there. It's moving very slowly. We'll get it there. We'll get it there eventually. You're leaving. You're not really in the mood. Aw, bye, Caitlin. Thanks for coming out for a little bit anyway. You really don't like to mop up that dirty water, do you? No, I'm not really a big fan of cleaning up the dirty water. I'm not sure which dirty water you're referring to specifically, but I already mopped up pee. Which was super yummy. I mean, you're right. You could just send duplicants down there and mop up the dirty water, I guess, because they destroy it. That's going away, actually, with the update. There'll be conservation of mass now, so when they mop things up, they'll actually produce water bottles that you have to get rid of. Instead of just making it all go away. There's some more, little bit of algae there. I think I'm going to dig in here and grab... Oh, no, I'm not. I forgot about that geyser right there. Let's not do that. Let's not explode out a geyser and cook everybody. Where else can I get some algae from? I need to find a good pocket of it. Don't murder you. Oh, it's not murder. It's more like... It's more like manslaughter, really. Because it's not premeditated. You know, it's all purely accidental. Made a mess. Oh, yeah. We're definitely at that point now where we just have too many duplicants and not enough toilets. And where's that water going? Ew, gross. On the plus side, with all these people, cleanup jobs should be easy enough. There's a funny little visual glitch when they're mopping sometimes with it. What's this? Polluted water. Well, when they're mopping it, there's like this weird like red square on their hand that kind of covers over what they're doing. It's like, don't look. It's a mess. We're getting it clean, but we don't look. So we have another duplicant number 49. I wondered whether we would get to 50 alive or not, and it looks like we're going to. Oh, and I forgot to assign this suit too. Who should we give a suit? Dr. Comics. I think Dr. Comics needs to wear a suit. If you shout out 1, 2, or 3 in the chat, we'll pick a random duplicant based on what number you're seeing the most of. Bring in another random duplicant. We'll name them after somebody in the stream, and we'll see if we can keep them alive longer than a few cycles. I mean, actually, all things considered, we've been doing pretty good. The food situation balanced out a little bit, but we're constantly making it worse by bringing in new people. Looks like number 2 is our winner this time around. Let's grab duplicate number 2. This one's a noodle arms. Strength -3. Oh, good times. Naturally robust, so they won't get sick too much, which doesn't really affect the game at the moment. At least they're an early bird. And they're a binge eater. Nice, good times. Who are we naming this one? I need a name. No, not sacrificial lamb of slaughter. That would be funny, but I'm trying to name it after people who are actually in the stream. The end is near. The end is near. Dead Logan. Welcome to the colony. Hopefully this Dead Logan is not it's not like a prophetic name for a duplicant. He comes in, the whole colony dies, everyone crashes and burns. Death and chaos. 49 duplicants. We need more beds. Thought I need more oxygen too. Ooh, look, this is actually doing a decent job down here. Yeah, slowly. We're slowly getting oxygen down here. It's very, very slowly sending all the CO2 down here. Now, the trouble is this air scrubber is actually not really best placed anymore. I should rebuild that. I should stick it down here. On this line. And I think I'm gonna. Because I can. So, our air scrubber, if we stick her down bottom here, this will probably be better, like much better place based on where the CO2 kind of collects now, because this is actually lifted up out of that space. Oh, look at that. We got algae right there. All this algae right here. I could have been snagging. There's more algae down here. Man, I've been looking far afield for this stuff, and it's all like hiding right here. That's funny. Funny, uh-oh, more than funny, haha, but still funny. Where is the plug on this thing, though? Is it going to connect directly into the power? I think it might. And then we'll have to do a little something with the plumbing here to get things working the way we want. How do I have the plumbing set up on this thing? Oh, gosh. Oh yeah, I've got that plumbing set up nice and pretty. Wait a minute. It sounded like someone was suffocating, but I think they were just doing a weird little dance there. That's okay. They're fine. They're good. Everything's good. Don't worry. You're in the Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh, I see. Angel of Darkness, no! Don't get sleepy. I can't feed you any souls right now to keep you awake. I'm sorry. I kind of need all the souls we have in here right now. Well, most of the souls. Oh, look at that. It's actually, like, cold. Oh, I created a vacuum. That makes no sense. Why is there a vacuum around this thing? All right, whatever. This... I think I did actually connect it directly into the power line. It's funny, I can't see the power connection on this thing, so I think I might actually connect it to the power grid, which is good. I like when things just sort of work out on their own. All right, I need water down here, so I'm gonna branch off this a little bit before this spot. Oh gosh, this is gonna be really ugly. I hate how nasty this colony looks. I have just stuff everywhere, and that's messing with my brain. We're gonna go this way. We'll connect it up to there, and then once we get that taken care of, I'll just destroy the scrubber that's here. Actually, I probably could destroy it right now. It's not really getting any CO2 to work on in there anyway. Yes, I can spare some. I cannot spare a square. I don't have a square to spare. Technically, I could. Clearly, we have extras. I just don't want to. So there. Yeah. Build a little ladder here so they can reach those pipes so they can finish building, which would be good. Food shortage. Oh, we're back down to the not so fancy place where the food goes thing. 48,000. We're hovering right around that point where they're going to consume it every day. I mean, all things considered, though, I feel like the food's going pretty good. Now I'm adding more mouths to feed, which isn't so great, but it's so lonely there. Well, easily there's 127 people watching currently on YouTube. And 18 on Twitch. So my streams haven't, because I've only been doing it for a couple weeks, the streams haven't really picked up so much on Twitch just yet. So yeah, it's a little bit quieter over there. All right, so we've got that. I'm gonna break open this wall. Oh, look at this. Is this all? Oh, look at all that fancy breathable oxygen in there now. Nice. I'm gonna break open this wall. We'll just make this one big connected room. 2 connected rooms, I guess. Oh, oh no. Ah. I completely forgot that I had done like a horrible negative decor thing down here with these treadmills. However, they're not really using these manual generators, so after wasting all that time, effort, and materials, I'm going to destroy them all. Because I can't really have them sleeping in a place where the negative decor impact is going to be as big as what those wires produce. It's pretty nasty. Hi, Andre Guy. Glad you like the channel. Welcome to the stream. You're right, I am barely holding on for the base. And yet, we've barely been holding on for a long time. So I feel like it's not so much barely holding on, it's just the normal state of things. And that's how I'm going to see it. You're right, it's been a precarious position for quite some time. This is not, it's not really a new state of things. Particularly where the food's concerned. We're just kind of just barely keeping everyone in a place where they're not starving to death and falling into incapacitation again. Because we had that for a while. That was really not pretty. Man, he didn't read it. What didn't I read? It's hard to keep me up with the chat. Hold on. Do a stream eating only a Ben and Jerry. Huh? You mean like sitting eating Ben and Jerry's ice cream? That would be different. I don't know how entertaining that would be. I mean, I'd be entertained because, frankly, it's ice cream, and who doesn't like that? But I don't know about anybody else. Oh, we got that little, I forgot we had that hatch in there. Taking away all the hatch's food. Oh, well. We're not really using not carbon. We're not really using coal so much anyway. So it solves everything. You should thank me for keeping your dupes going this far by sending me one. Oh, Angel. Hey, I feel like you fed well last time. We had 2 or 3 duplicants die last time. That was already 2 or 3 more than I really wanted to have pass away on me. Okay, I think I'm gonna dig all this out. I know that this hatch is hiding here. I know. Oh, what happened there? I didn't mean to highlight all that. I know the hatch is hanging out right there, and this probably isn't the best thing for the happiness of our hatch. However, I kind of want this space. I want this whole thing. I should build some more beds now too, since I have the room for it. How's the air quality up here? Ooh, low concentration. So it's clean air, but it's really low pressure. Very low pressure. So I can build beds up here, but the people who sleep here, unfortunately, they're not going to have the nicest sleep. We're going to do it anyway, though. I feel like it's probably better to have them sleeping there than it is sleeping on the floor. They'll have to get up and go breathe somewhere else, though, because there's just not going to be enough air for them. Which means I do need to actually produce more oxygen. And for the longest time, I've kind of been delaying on setting up a secondary oxygen supply. I've kind of just... I tried this whole scenario of just having another one of these little electrolyzers there, and it worked pretty well from an oxygen perspective, but I don't really like the temperature scenario. It kind of heats things up on me. I don't like it. I don't like it very much at all. We got all this stuff. You know what? This thing's got to go. Let's deconstruct this thing. I'm going to leave the hatch there. I wonder how long he'll last before they get around to the point of taking all this stuff away on him. Yeah, you're right. Well, I'm not really using the hatch. No, you're right. Because the thing is, I have so many duplicants. I don't really lack for power. I can just put them all to manual generation. And these hydrogen generators have been going constantly. So they're actually working out really, really well. Which actually leads me to believe it probably wouldn't be such a bad thing if I had another... If I had another electrolyzer down here. Producing some more oxygen. It'll make more hydrogen, which unfortunately will all kind of sort of filter its way up, but it wouldn't be that bad, I don't think. The tricky part is I'm going to need more water, or some more clean water. And I want to do showers too down here, or more bathrooms and stuff. So I mean, we have the room down here, so I think I'm going to come down here and we'll build a little platform down here that we can... let's dig this whole thing out. See how quickly they fall into death. Let's see. I want mesh tile. What do we have materials-wise? We have a lot of copper, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to prioritize this slightly higher than the digging, because I know how my duplicants work. And if I don't do that... Wait a minute, what happened there? There we go. That's what we want. If I don't prioritize it higher... What was that? He had like the epic fall of one tile. He couldn't bear it. Not lag enough. Oh, are we getting lag on... No, I'm not seeing anything wrong with the stream on YouTube. Is it lagging at all? 2 geysers around the base. Well, actually, I have 3 geysers. The trouble is the placement of them. So this one's way down here. And it's not even so much just the water, it's the temperature of the water that becomes a problem. But I need to clear out more space down here in order to get access to this so I can use it and have clean water. The other one is up here, which is immediately next to my base, and again, presents its own challenges, mostly because of temperatures. We have a third one that we're actually leveraging over here, but it's not really producing as much water as I thought it would. They're consuming so much of it to make mush bars. So we've got a few of them around. But I'm just going to clean the water anyway for now. They weren't oh, God. Come on. I mean, really? I even told them to build the floor first. And they still did it to me. All right. Whatever. How about you build a little ladder floor over there? Oh, look at this. Michelita Tori's just hanging on the bottom of the ladder. I'm stuck. Somebody get me down. Help. All right. This is... Man. Sometimes I wish the duplicants were just a slight, tiny little bit more intelligent. Because they're just not... I've never had one stuck on a ladder like that, though. It's 3 duplicates stuck. 2 down below and 1 on a ladder. That's funny. Come on, you can jump. There we go. They can jump the one gap. They're gasping, but they probably have better air down here breathing this polluted oxygen than some parts of my colony. Dig out from under them. Just send them splashing down into the water. Bonsai! While they're down here, I guess they might as well dig this up. Grab some more algae. What are they doing? That was the weirdest little dance. Okay, come on. Oh, it's already priority 8. Why aren't they building this ladder for me? Come on. Oh, they can't reach it. I can't win. Can't win. All right. Build this priority 8. That will let them reach the other ladder, which means I need to dig. Now, on the plus side, I mean, it doesn't matter if they wet themselves, because it's just going to go in the polluted water anyway. And you're right. If I dig underneath them, they could fall, but the reality is they'd fall down here. That'd be a long swim. They're not gonna die, Angel. Don't you worry. We'll save them. They're not really that bad off unless they're really, really hungry. I can't reach the food, but I don't think they're. Oh yeah, they're hungry. Well, hopefully they're not. I'm not getting a starvation notification yet, so they're okay. They'll be fine. We're good. Can you change the graphics quality in this game, or will you be able to? It depends what you mean by graphics quality. I'm already running at 1080p, 60 frames per second. Actually, sorry, 720p, 60 frames per second for the stream. But if you're talking about like downgrading or upgrading, I'm not really sure. I mean, normally when I record at 1080p, but streaming, I don't want to cause too many issues. Earlier said that I hated one thing on this game, but actually the dupes are really stupid. Yeah, they're not super intelligent. It's funny, though. I mean, they put themselves in the weirdest situations. Thank you, Onin. Stream's going relatively well so far. Nobody's died, so I'll count that as a win. Oh, things are getting a funny little bit of lag there. 49 duplicants. Actually, to be entirely honest with you, I thought we'd be getting a whole lot more game lag than what I'm seeing. I mean, not that I want more game lag, but I just thought that would be the case. Okay, so down here, I'm gonna put a water purifier, refinement, water purifier. We'll stick this down here. We're gonna need power, of course, and then we're also gonna need a water pump. So I'm gonna build a ladder down here. Actually, what I should do, let's see how far down they'll build this ladder. If they'll build it down far enough, oh, you know, with my luck, this thing will break. But if they can build it down far enough, we'll put the water pump down here where there's like a larger water source. Talking about downgrading it to low for my own PC. So you should have the option on, if you're watching on YouTube, there should be an option there to set it to a lower pixel setting. So I think the lowest setting you can get is like 144p, but there should be a variety of different options on YouTube you can select that will let you have a different streaming level. How did your YouTube, Twitch stream go, and how did you manage that? So, we're streaming right now, and it's going fairly well. Sorry, we have another duplicant, actually, that's coming in, too. So if you can shout out 1, 2, or 3, we'll pick another random duplicant. We'll bring them in. That'll be duplicant number 50. Just getting a decent-sized colony, anyway. So anyway, for the streaming to both sites, I'm using a site called restream.io. You can basically stream the service to them, and then they'll send it out to a variety of different places that you want the game to be shown, which is kind of good. They'll go down 8 tiles. Yeah, so they might not make it very far, but I just want them to go down as low as they will go, and then I'll stick the pump down there. Okay, so we've got... Wow, random serpent numbers. I think it looks like I'm seeing number 3 a little bit more, so we're going to have duplicate number 3 this time. Yeah, this base would be absolutely disastrous when germs are around, because they would all be sick. They'd all have, like, slime lung and food poisoning. It'd be good times. Duplicate 3 is the one we're picking. Another dimensionally inept one. An interior decorator that's dimensionally inept. I feel like those things don't go well together. That's like career failure right there. But they're an ugly crier. Ooh, decor expectation of 45. Oh, man. At least they're an ugly crier, not a binge eater, because this person is probably going to stress out. Nevertheless, we do need to name the duplicant. Name him King. Alex. All right, let's name this one Alex. Oh, Argot. I can't type. It's funny how the keyboard works better if you put your fingers on the right keys. I don't know why that is. Alex. Welcome to the colony, Alex. Oh, look, they all get so happy when somebody new arrives. So if nothing else, that might actually be helping to keep my stress down a little bit. I keep bringing in new people, so everybody does a little cheer. I'm like, woohoo! Good times. Okay, so they went down pretty far with that ladder, actually. I'm impressed. Okay, plumbing. I'm gonna throw a water pump down here. That's 2 tiles over. Still they'll just be able to reach this. We're gonna send the water up this way, and we'll send it into here. Pardon me. And then we're gonna send up. Oh yeah, that was super derpy. Good job. I keep forgetting to hit shift when I do this. I'm gonna send it up there for now, and we'll make some connections with that afterwards. But in the meantime, we also need some power down here, because we're needed for both this pump and for our purifier. Now, for power, where did it? I guess I don't have a transformer down here. I guess I'm gonna have to make one. All right, that's not so bad. Let's deconstruct right here. We'll throw a little transformer in here, and then hope we're getting power supplied sufficiently in that line that I can actually tap into this thing. It might actually be a little bit iffy. Throw a little transformer. Oh, no, wait, that's the wrong direction. Okay, hold on. The power flow through the transformer, unfortunately, goes one way. So we'll throw that right here for now. I'll make the power connection afterwards. There are no mods here. Cool. Ray was on there. I thought I had Ray set up as a mod on... Yes, Ray's there. Okay, yeah. So we have Ray on Twitch. She's the mod there. We're here until now. Anything happened? Nothing super exciting. We've been staying relatively alive. Nobody's died off. Our food production is actually just sort of keeping balance with the number of duplicates we have, but we're up to 50 now. I decided to expand out the colony a little bit more and recapture some more space. This little pocket of CO2 is being stubborn. It's just not going anywhere. Don't like that at all. Where's our gas levels in here? Yeah, so if I can get some better air pressure in here. Oh, look at everything's. Look at that. We have all this wonderful air pressure over here, but this side over here not doing so good. Even with some of the. We're sending some oxygen up there, so I'm actually pumping some oxygen out of the space, which isn't great, but I just don't have anything reaching this far over. So what I'm going to do with the water that we run through the water purifiers, I'm going to connect some of it to an electrolyzer, so we'll produce some oxygen down in this corner, and that's going to send hydrogen upwards as well. But that's okay. We've got a pump up here grabbing the hydrogen to send it out, and then we'll also set up some more bathrooms down here, because I feel like these poor people they're like this is like the worst household in the world in terms of like the number of bathrooms and the number of people. They're like all trying to share the bathroom at the same time. Somebody's trying to use their blow dryer. Somebody's in the shower. Can't get in because someone's putting makeup on, and it always takes them 2 hours for reasons unknown. Yeah, the gold amalgam works really well for the machines not overheating, but they heat the air around them so much. So like if we look at our temperature layout in here, you can see that around this electrolyzer there's quite a bit of heat. I do have a hydro fan here to try to help control it a little bit, but we're basically roasting somebody whose bed is like right above that thing, which maybe isn't the best thing. Install some valves to control airflow and push more pressure where you need it. Yeah, I mean I kind of could, but the reality is that there's not enough volume moving through these pipes by the time you split it enough times. So I don't know. I'm just gonna. I'm not even gonna worry about that. I think honestly, the volume of oxygen I'm producing up here just isn't really enough for the size of the colony and the number of people breathing it. I need to produce more air, so I'm gonna do that down here. Give me a food tip for your taste buds. Don't eat rotten food. There's a good tip. Never met a traverse. That's right. Introverts of the world unite. Oh, wait, actually, they built this down here nice and quickly, so that's good. Let's get... oh, this is going to be really messy. I wish I could spin these things, but you can't change the direction of them. If I send... I don't think these things have to be on the ground. So let's see. If I send the wire underneath this thing, I can connect it that way. We're about to find out in a second if this thing has to sit on the ground. I don't think it does. And if it doesn't, then this should work good. And then from here, we can just send out the regular wire. The big challenge is going to be whether I'm actually producing enough power to be able to tap into this thing. Because, I mean, in some of the other places in the colony, they're actually just running off that manual power. But that manual power doesn't feed into this portion of the grid. It doesn't work. Oh, come on. Deconstruct. It's killing me. Hashtag dad jokes. Can't go wrong with dad jokes. I hate building stuff and having to break it again. Nevertheless, we'll go like this. And then we can put on here our little power transformer. Like so. And then I'm going to need some regular wiring. Whoops. Didn't mean to close that. Going to need some regular wiring to run up here and all the way up here. We'll send it all the way over here. Oh yeah, we're getting some good game lag now. Go gadget game lag. Connected there, and then afterwards I'll get some sent down to the pump so we actually have something workable down there. It's good. It's good. This thing... What's going on here? Why isn't this working? I have something set up weird here with my piping I should probably fix too, because I'm not scrubbing the CO2 right now. We're actually sending water down, which is good, but we don't have much coming out. This thing's not really cutting it. I don't know if it's just a power scenario or if I've got just a weird setup for my pipes, but it's got water there. It should be working. Let's see, liquid pipes. I want to get rid of these. Let's get rid of this little side branch. Sometimes they can cause issues. It's doing a tiny little bit, but it's just not running consistently. That's so weird. It has more than enough water, and it has more than enough CO2 for it to be running constantly, but it's just not. Man, that's a lot of water spill. It doesn't pay to break pipes in this place. Time for a mess. Yeah, I wish, yeah. Well, what are you going to do? I think I'll mop it up. I mean, we have like 40 people that are idle right now. I'm sure they can find something to keep them busy, and mopping the floor, I figure, is a good thing for me. No, there is CO2 down there though. It's sitting right in a big pocket of it. Maybe the oh, it's just really low pressure. Okay, so that's all it is. It's just really, really low pressure CO2. There's definitely not a lot of it down there. It's just not. It's not gonna cut it. Let's put some more fancy tiling in. Pay some more streets with gold. We got some of the CO2 that's trapped here out. Poor little hatch. Poor little hatch isn't gonna have anywhere to go to eat. It's gonna be just running on metal flooring. He'll have one little pocket of dirt he can go hide in that has a door on it. I feel a little bad for the way I'm treating the poor guy, but what are you gonna do? We haven't really need to use his coal too much. My wife, I think, thinks it's the 70s. Is doing funky Coal Medina. Funky Coal Medina. Haven't heard that song in forever. Get rid of this building. This thing is still not... Really? It still says it's not on a tile. Does it really have to be 3 tiles wide? Oh, come on. This game, sometimes I swear it's out to get me. Alright, let's... I don't want to rebuild the floor and everything, so... What I'm going to do instead is we'll go this route. We'll do the super ugly route instead. We'll just break off this. Get that wire out of there. Get it out of there. Falling asleep. Save me. Somebody entertain Angel. Quick. Fast. Yeah, it does need 3 tiles. Absolutely. I was not paying attention to that. Disassemble the hydroponic tiles so loads of CO2 can drop down. Do we have much in there? Yeah, I guess we do. So I had all these hydroponic tiles because we had a farm in here before. And you're right, I definitely should swap these out now because we've just got CO2 like sitting there. We are creating an opportunity for the CO2 to come down this way. Let's take all this out. I can hear them gasping. Poor little guys. It might actually... I was actually really worried about the food. I thought the food was going to kill us, but... Our air situation's not that awesome. It's great up here. It's just not getting down over here. More work required. Okay. I wish I could just swap these things out. What's the temperature down here? Temperature is 22.9 degrees, and I think that's above the temperature range we want ultimately for mealwood. It'll run in 10 degrees to 30 degrees, so this is going to be a little weird, but I'm going to have a farm down here. Copy settings. Haha, we're going to go some mealwood. It's not going to be irrigated, so we're not going to get any like awesome yields off it, so we won't get any seeds. But I thought I had enough gas pressure down there. No, 157. It's actually really low. It'll get better though. It'll get better, and then we'll get mealwood. We'll have more food. More food. No, I mean not that it is like great food, but yeah, the game lag is getting a little bit funky. Okay, so we need power for our pump down here. I mean, not that the power is working yet, but when it does work, oh, the glorious things it's going to do. Okay, so that'll take care of that for me. The trouble is going to be that when I have to put in... I don't need this anymore. Let's deconstruct this thing. When I have to put in the electrolyzer, it's going to need power also, which I'm not really thrilled about, but... Down to 144p. See you later, William. Wow, that's rough. When you're going to drop it all the way to 144, you know, you've got your internet's not doing nice things for you. Today was a live stream on YouTube with over 300k people watching it. It was amazing, if you understand. 300,000 people. That is an astronomically large live stream. You have 1.5 million kilograms of oxygen per square in your base. That is a lot of oxygen. I could use some of that. With 50 duplicates breathing, they're producing a pretty good amount of CO2 and sucking up a pretty good amount of oxygen. All right, down here, I'm going to put right in the very corner, I think. We'll put an electrolyzer, like, right here. Ooh, lag. Go, go, gadget lag. All right, we'll produce air right here. These algae terrariums are going to move. Let's deconstruct this. They're all out of algae now anyway, I think. They're either out of algae or water, which I'm not really thrilled with. Oh, who made a mess? 2 people made a mess. Oh, they're peeing everywhere. I got to get those bathrooms built. Clean up, please. Clean up on aisle 6. Oh gosh, it's everywhere. Let's just mop the whole base. And that's naturally fallen all the way down here too, so you can mop this up also. Clean, my minions, clean. Oh, duplicate number 51 is coming inbound. Shout out 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. We'll pick another random duplicant, bring them in, and name them after somebody in the stream chat. And we'll see if we can manage to keep that person alive. So far, we've actually been doing pretty good. I thought for sure we'd have a few people die already, but much to Angel of Darkness's chagrin, we're keeping everyone alive. Nobody's died off. It's been pretty good. A couple people got trapped, but they were at least in a place where they could breathe, so it really wasn't that bad. Although my favorite was the person trapped at the bottom of the ladder. That was pretty cool. All right, we're going to pick duplicate number 2 this time. Duplicate 2. Oh, ooh, that's a lot of ones. Let's go duplicate 1. We haven't picked a 1 in a while. Duplicate 1. Can't dig it. All right. Because who needs to dig in a colony where digging is your #1 primary activity? Go, go, gadget digger. Level 8 physician. Yeah, he's super useful. Early bird. Ooh, destructive 1. All right. What are we going to name this duplicate? Who are we naming the duplicate? Let's see. Pig King. No, we're not going to name him Pig King. Jeez. Build the top for the transformer. Oh, yeah, I got to remember to do that. Can I be the next dupe? Lizzie Lee, welcome to the colony. Oops. Cut. Ooh, deba. Again, with the fingers in the wrong spot on the keyboard, it doesn't type very well. I don't know why that is. All right, Lizzie Lee, welcome to the colony. Print. All right, let's get this tile built down here so they'll finally build this transformer for me. Boop. There we go. That'll get us our connection for power, so things will start working down there. Oh, I need... While I'm thinking of it, I should do a little power connection right there also. This thing needs to go. Deconstruct. We're going to have to get some more algae so we can make use of those again. It'd be nice. I kind of wish the plants would consume some of the CO2. Aside from the algae terrarium. But it just doesn't work that way. Name your next dupe Inspector Gadget. Gadget. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Then we'd have to bring in a Dr. Claw. Everything will be good. Alright, this is pumping away. That's going to send it up to here. This is loaded with sand, so it's good. It'll send up some water. And... blammo, Bob's your uncle. Okay. Let's do like a whole row of bathrooms down here. It's going to be like the bathroom central where they go to... I don't know, hold their breath while they go to the bathroom. Because there's no oxygen down there right now. But it'll get there. We'll get some oxygen. So let's use go some lavatories. Oh, actually we don't have that connected. Yes. I guess oxygen might be, or water might be an important thing there for this whole oxygen thing to work. There we go. And then over here, now fortunately it doesn't use a constant supply of water for this. It only uses it when they flush. But we'll get 4 more toilets here. And then I want to have, I want to have enough room in here that some of the polluted water is going to back up a little bit. But I'm just going to send, I'm going to send this all down. And we'll dump it right back in the space down here. If I can reach it, which I can't. Go me. I'll just dump it right underneath the floor. Pardon me, had to cough. All right, so that'll give us at least that. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Suddenly can't talk. Okay, so that'll give us finally a place that the people can go to the bathroom. They'll stop peeing on the floor, hopefully. I mean, that would be really novel. Oh, I actually need to... probably going to need to create a way for them to reach this stuff to build here, though. So let's do this. We'll do a little ladder. They can reach that. We'll get our bathrooms running, and we'll have, I don't know, 11 bathrooms or something now? Actually, let me see how much water these things produce. I don't know if we can do it in this loop here. Oh, sorry. Man, can't talk. Okay, so these produce 11.7 kilograms per use of water. Our water purifier will consume... where's refinement? Water purifier. 5 kilograms per second. We might actually be able to do a little loop there. So these things, will be, every time they flush them, they'll be producing 11 kilograms of water. So technically, if all of them flush at the same time, we'd have 44 kilograms. This thing sucks up 5 kilograms per second. So basically, in like 9 seconds, it would suck it all up. Which actually would probably work okay. Well, I mean, the loop with the overflow was something that was needed with the showers, because the showers produce so much more dirty water. Whereas the bathroom's not so much. Oh, they flushed the toilet, but it's got nowhere to go. It's just sitting in the pipe. Oh, gross. Ew. Nasty. I'm going to try that. We might save a little bit of power on that pump. So I need to cancel this. We will set up a little loop down here. There we go. And then once we get this some actual stuff flowing through here, then we can block this off, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. I feel like there should actually be enough of a gap here that it might work. Oh, you know what? It's not going to work because we have the electrolyzer on here. So it's going to end up sucking it all up. But I'll connect it anyway. We'll try to make direct use of it. See what happens. We won't save any power or anything, but it might... I mean, rather than just dumping it down there to be pumped back up again, I guess it will help a little bit. Why did that not work? Prioritize 6. Build me stuffs. There we go. Timothy Reeves, your test is successful. Congratulations. No, there's nobody that's died off yet, Superwoman, so no souls for Angel. We're trying to keep her as starved as possible. Take that, Angel. Yes, the good old days. Yeah, back when you could create that nice little infinite loop and it would just work forever. And then they changed it around, so you end up with excess water that comes out now. But that's okay. It's all in good fun. I mean, in fairness, I do like having a challenge in the game. So, oh, you know what? I really should mop up this because it's sitting in a little bit of a vacuum. We're not getting the CO2 cleanup there that I want. Ooh, this is all building up in here. Come on. It's always something. Always something. I'm actually impressed that I have enough power coming through this thing to use this power transformer. Because most of the power I'm getting in the central part of our colony now is actually coming from manual generators. But these two hydrogen generators are doing an awesome job of producing power for me. I've had a really good consistent flow of power from those. Which is really saying something because I've never gotten to the point where I've gotten good power flow off them. But I guess all it takes is 51 duplicants producing producing tons of oxygen and everything. What's my 9 to 5? I work in my title is in business optimization. So what I do is I study the way that our business operates. I look at the intricacies of all the little work processes we have, and I break them down and look for more efficient ways that we can do things to try to make it more efficient and save money and net a better result. So a lot of analytics, a lot of observing stuff, process maps, that kind of stuff. Oop. And I kicked my microphone. Hey, they used the toilets. Is that connected up? Let me see how this is working here. I gotta make sure this pipe doesn't back up, because if the water flow takes priority from the pump instead of from... No, it's taking it from that one. Awesome. Good old gravity feed. So it is actually preferring the water that comes from the toilet before it goes to the one below. So we will save a tiny bit of power because this pump won't run quite as much. So I'll take that. It's a small win, but it's good enough. I'm going to take it. Duplicate Mega City. It's going to be fairly big. This is definitely the biggest one that I've had. How are we doing gas-wise? It looks like we might be squishing all that CO2 toward the middle now, which is good. I don't like that there's still this little pocket of it here hanging around. Like right here, there's this little spot that's just sitting like a skim on the floor, and it's not allowing it to move all the way down here yet. But if we can get the air pressure up here high enough, it'll move. It'll go. Just need faith and a lot of oxygen, which means I probably should find some algae. We could build pump. If this thing runs in the middle of the colony, it'll help build the pressure there. It'll push it down too. But you get a chance, hit Alt S and scroll out to see the whole base. All right, let's try that. Alt S. Oh, it reveals them. Okay, no. It's actually not that big, I guess, all things considered. There are definitely much, much larger colonies. So this stuff over here is largely not really being used. It's just for producing water. Up here was just a cold space to put my cold generation and cool off some water that came from the geyser. We have our farm all the way up here on the top left. I started to explore down here, but didn't get too far. I got distracted, as I always do. And then this is just the core part. So this part here is basically where the normal central part of the colony would end, and I've expanded out into the swamp biome on this whole side over here, which is kind of cool. I haven't been converting slime, but I really should. I had a system set up for that, and then I broke it apart, and I probably should use some more. I should do more of that. I just don't like that it sucks up power. Takes more power, and I don't like it. Let's get all this out of here. I guess I can do it right here again, I suppose. If we go in here, I'm going to use some more mesh towels so we let the liquid drain out, because every time you dig in the swamp biome, everything makes like a big squishy, gooey mess. You always get liquid flowing out when you don't want it to. I should try to find magma. You are right. The magma is down really low, so I was actually headed down there at one point. I got down this far. Ooh, look at that. Actually, the water here is drained enough. If I put a tile here, I can kind of control how much of this yucky water is going to drop down with me. So if I'll stick a tile there, and then I can continue this ladder down, we can go on the hunt for the magma. It's way down there. Like, we have to dig way down. But you can tap into the natural gas at the bottom. You are right. I absolutely could. I haven't really bothered so much because I have so many duplicants that I could just send them running around on treadmills. This is doing well. All right, how's our temperature down here? This thing's got to be producing heat. Yeah, it sure is. All right, I'm gonna use a duplicant down here to cool this thing because I don't want it to get too hot down here. And frankly, we have the capacity, so we can put some people to manual labor. I'm good with that. Oxygen levels down there are improving, so that's good. Good, good, good. Everything's good. It's all good. We're good. Ooh, calories are low, though. Yeah, calories. Where's our next harvest? Let's see. This one here is going to come up in 1.4 cycles. So we've got a little bit of waiting. Just a little bit of waiting. I think it already has the mad part down. Small algae pocket at the top left of the bottom left ice biome. Okay. Small pocket. Are we talking like really small or just like semi-small? Man, I actually have to... I have to pause. And, oh, yeah, there's... Well, just a little bit there. I'd have to really dig down through some polluted water to get there. I think I saw some over here that was maybe a little bit more significant pocket, if I can find it. When I was kind of scoping these out, well, there's a little tiny one there. Oh, there we go. There's a more significant pocket right there. Now, the trouble is, I got to dig down by this gas geyser to get to it, and that does not thrill me. Oh, actually, I could dig straight down through this insulation. If I put a ladder right here, I can dig right through this abyssalite and snag this whole pocket right down here. That'll be good. I don't have that many pets. No, you're right. I had a couple of hatches. So up here we have a hatch, and actually he's been producing a little bit of coal. Not a ton of it, but some. We have a second hatch that's sitting in this little block right here, but he has nothing to eat right now. Poor little guy. I'm starving him. We don't have any puffs or anything. But I haven't been using coal power for a while, so I guess it's not really that big a deal. Everything right now is running off of hydrogen and manual power, which is kind of neat. Why do they keep peeing on the floor? I gave them toilets. Stop it. Like, man, if you're in bed and you got to go to the bathroom, get up. That's kind of how it works. Actually, I should probably check this whole middle. No, it's good. All right, so they don't have to mop anything now. We got another one of these weird little bugs where the hunter fan was working but not working. I don't know. I probably don't even need that thing there anymore. No, I don't. It's not that hot. Deconstruct. Save the materials. Oh, we have another hatch down here. Yeah! You go, buddy. Almost enough oxygen for 8 duplicate. Looks like your oxygen is less than before. No, it's... The pressure is building up here. It's getting to be better. I mean, so I have one electrolyzer there. I have a second one here is 2. I have 4 up here is 6. So technically I'm not really producing enough, but every now and then I'm getting the algae deoxidizers running also, which produces a little bit of oxygen in the middle of the colony. And I really should dig out some more algae, as I said, to try to get those running a little bit. So I have like way over on this side over here. Oof, getting game lag. Too many duplicates running around in here. I have this little pocket over here I'm going to try and dig up, and that'll help out a little bit. So I think I'm going to dig like right in here. Maybe I should leave that hydrogen there. Oh my gosh, that was the magic sound of another duplicant inbound. Duplicant number 52 just keyed up in our printing pod. So if you shout out 1, 2, or 3 in the chat, we'll pick a random duplicant, bring them in, name them after somebody in the stream, and they can join our fun little chaos. Well, no. Yeah, I am crazy. Crazy like a fox or something. 3, 3, 2, 3. 3, 3. All right, let's go number 3. I see a lot of 3s there. Duplicate number 3 is our magic duplicant. They're anemic, get a quick learner, binge eater, enjoy long walks on the beach, which is a shame because we don't really have any here unless you want to count all the polluted water we have laying around, which I guess is kind of a lot like beaches in North America. All right. So we're taking duplicate number 3. We need to rename Lyra. Who are we going to name the duplicant this time? Hashtag chat jokes. Name it Shock. All right, Shock. Welcome to the colony, Shock. Print. Duplicant 52. Do we have enough beds? I don't even know. It looks like all the beds are in use. So I probably should make extra careful. We'll build some more furniture. Got a couple more cots in here so that we have plenty of space for our duplicants. Down here, the decor is really ugly down in this part below, so I should do some little pictures down here. Like so. We'll do a little artwork, because, you know, why not? Or little statues. There we go. At least that way, when they go to the bathroom, they won't have to feel bad about it. They can't breathe very well down there. Well, they can because they have oxygen going there right now, but at the very least, if they're going to be on the pot, I mean, we could at least give them like a little bit of pretty decor to hang out in. Yeah, you finally arrived. Welcome to the colony, Shock. $15,000 kilocalories. I thought we... You know what? I'm actually really surprised we haven't gotten into that starvation phase again yet. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think we're actually going to live through this stream. It's pretty amazing. I thought for sure this was going to be the one that killed us off. I mean, but then again, I thought we'd die the last one, too. But we're going strong. Keep going. I want to go down here. Okay, we got that little block built, so I'm going to try and see if we can build the ladder down into the middle of nowhere. Now, the trouble's going to be they're not going to have a lot of oxygen down here. Pretty sure it's just going to be a little pool of CO2 they're going to sit in down here. So, we'll see what happens. I don't know how far they're going to get down there. We might have to build little oxygen stations so they have places to breathe on the way down. Yeah, I'll do paintings about this exit too. So I put them up by the toilets, but I didn't do them over here. Apparently they're changing some stuff about the artwork too, because they're trying to get away from having people just spam pictures everywhere in order to try and fix the decor situation. Some of the new pictures they've added in look really cool, which is nice. So instead of just having, I think right now there's like 3 different pictures you can get. There's this little Mona Lisa thing. There's one that's a bowl of fruit, and then oh, I'm suffocating. Jack's suffocating. Oh no, it's not Jack. Okay. How did they even get to the point of suffocating? It's polluted oxygen out here. They can breathe that stuff. They don't even have to hold their breath. That's weird. Suffocating. I'm really confused. We have air down there. Oh no. Oh, look at that. What happened? What happened? We got a boost in CO2 here somehow. What's going on? Did our scrubber stop working? No, our scrubber's still working. It's just the CO2's not making its way over there. That's so weird. I really need to get some algae. We need to get these algae deoxidizers working. We need to build up pressure here to force that CO2 downward. Each duplicate needs a table to eat at. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? It does help with stress when they have a place to eat, but I mean, our stress isn't really a problem. We're at 12% is the highest person. It would take a massive area to put 52 tables in. I wonder if I should do that. I don't know where I would put it, though. I guess, I mean, if I put it down here, they'd be sitting in CO2, so they're not going to want to go down there anyway. Nice, Adam. Good morning to you. You must be overseas. Don't jinx it. Yeah, I'll try not to jinx it, Dead Logan. Oh, Jack, I would murder you again. It would be manslaughter. Completely unintentional as I send you off to your death. Murder implies that I would be directly involved in the act, not just giving you a job that's certainly doomed to death and failure. Oh, it's going to take them forever to drill down through this abyssalite. That's going to be a while before we get that algae. I should probably try to snag some else. And it looks like we actually have a decent little pocket right here. So I'm going to... Oops. I'm going to dig down right here. We'll grab a little bit of this algae right here. Oops, I don't need to go that far. If we can get some of this stuff, that will maybe tide us over a little bit until we get to the point where I can dig through that abyssal. Oh, that is not at all what I intended. Come on. Cancel. The game's acting a little buggy now. There we go. Oh. I guess it helps if it's checked off. Game's not buggy. I'm buggy. There we go. What I wanted to do was prioritize that mess. Oh, and I kind of did. Some of it anyway. Okay, so if we can dig down there, that'll get us a little bit of algae at least. We can try to get stuff working well, because it's going to take a while to get through that abyssalite. Unfortunately, the abyssalite is really hard, so it takes a long time to dig it. All the workers building the art made the CO2. Yeah, that could be, I guess. Oh, yeah, because I did send out a little army of them. You know, it's funny. Wherever the little army runs around, that's where the CO2 happens. So you're right. I bet you that probably was the situation. That's actually really funny. What do we got up here? Hydrogen trap there. Oh, we need to create a way for that to get out. All right. More of these wonderful metal floors. I mean, this whole colony is going to be built on metal floors. It's not great for decor, but I mean, not that they're suffering for it. But it's better than having the hydrogen trap there and having them hang out in it. Yeah, it really does slow the frames down. It's actually really rough. If I pause the game, then moving around is not so bad. But man, when I actually just move without pausing, and I find too that the longer the game's been running, the more it will start to slow down. Also, So with 52 duplicants, initially when I boot the game up, it still runs okay. But the more I play, the slower it gets. How do I like the ant farm? It's neat. I mean, I mean, the last time we did this scenario where we brought in like a duplicant every time, I think we got to 33 or something before we kicked the bucket. And we've done better this time, so I feel good about that. Isn't manslaughter technically murder? No, technically not. Otherwise, I mean, technically it's not murder. I mean, theoretically it's murder, but technically it's not. If there's an ant farm, who's the queen? Well, that would be me, of course. Hello? Or not. I don't know who the queen in my colony is. Oh, so slow. It's so slow. This colony might die under the sheer weight of its own size. It's going to get to the so that it's going to be so lagged out, it's going to be hard to play, and then it won't really be about them dying so much. It's just lagging to death. Oh, Angel of Darkness, I see. She's the queen of the colony and looking forward to eating all the little worker ants. That's her mission in life. I'm not a serial killer. I've never once killed a cereal. Unless you count eating it, I guess, you know. Slay Queen Fox. French stench. Oh my gosh. I'm actually, the lag here is getting really bad. It's a good thing we're getting close to the end of the stream for tonight because it's actually getting to the point where it's going to be hard to play. 52 duplicants. Man, 172 cycles. I mean, this is no 3,000 cycle colony, but 172 cycles with this many duplicants, I feel like it's kind of an accomplishment. How long is this mealwood going to take? Is this still growing? 1.5 cycles, we'll get some mealwood. Have our first batch of lice in probably like, I don't know, 50 or 60 cycles? No, it's probably even more than that. Maybe my daughter's the queen and I'm just a puppet. Well, she does have me wrapped around her finger, so I suppose that could very well be the case. I wonder if I should get rid of... Should I just get rid of the outhouses altogether? I mean, I'm not really using fertilizer, I don't think. Because I don't think they use fertilizer for the sleet wheat. Air pressure, harvest standard, good, excellent. Yeah, I don't think they actually use... They don't use fertilizer for the sleet wheat, so I might be better off just building more toilets down here. Build like a whole army of toilets down here, and then just getting rid of these outhouses and the compost bins that are in the middle of the colony. And that would make more room for more beds, in theory. I could do, I guess I could do like another row of toilets here, but it's gonna be kind of a lot. I don't know. That's a lot of methane buildup in the bottom corner. I don't know. Yeah, they're eating a lot. 1,000 kilocalories is a lot of calories. Now, mind you, they're also running around like crazy and stuff. Sleet wheat uses sleet wheat, yeah. Pretty much nothing else. It uses the seed, and that's about it. They don't have to fertilize it at all, which is good. The farm tiles require fertilizer, but I only have a couple of them up here. No, you're right. It is just using fertilizer. Now, the funny thing is, like, the fertilizer, I don't think actually nets us anything. So for the standard, there are standard yields, but it actually doesn't show. Oh, no, it does use fertilizer, 4,000 grams per cycle. All right, so I guess technically I can use it a little bit anyway. Not a lot, but a little bit. Isn't every father their daughter's puppet? Isn't that kind of how it works? Do you ever have tea parties with your daughters? That's a good question. No, not so much. They're not really into the whole tea party thing. They're more into like the Power Rangers running around kicking things kind of phase. My oldest daughter is into she's into dance and she loves art and all that kind of stuff. They don't really do the whole tea party thing. They have gotten me to play dress up with them before, which I guess is kind of funny. You haven't lived till you've seen me in a little princess tiara. Never gonna happen. You won't see that. Although somebody actually suggested that for our when we get to 20,000 subscribers on the channel as a celebration thing, I should bring my daughters on video and let them like cover me in makeup or something, which might be kind of funny for everybody else, everybody who's not me. Cycle 172 is wrapping up. We're almost hitting 173. When's our pod turning on again? Will we get another guy soon? 0.2 cycles. Oh my gosh, when this new day dawns, we're going to have another duplicant in. Bum, bum, bum. Ooh, we have these turned on too. A little more air. Holy, that looks so densely packed with duplicants right now. It's just so weird to see them all in like one place. A man tutu. Yeah, that's what it is. You have a lot that's really... well, what is my fertilizer? Organic. Man, I can't even see stuff because there's so much... Oh, it's in agriculture, I guess. Fertilizer, 14,300 kilograms. It's actually not that much. They're just kind of treading water with it, I think. You should do it. Have your daughters do your makeup for 20K. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. A makeup tutorial. Oh my god, that'd be funny. Actually, my daughter would probably love the chance to do a video where she's we're pretending like she's doing a makeup tutorial. And the fact that it would be my face she's painting up would probably just be a riot for her. Printing pod is on again. Duplicate number 53. We've only got about 10 more minutes left in the stream before we're going to wrap it for the night. But let's bring in another duplicant. I don't think we're going to get to 55 tonight, but this will be duplicate number 53. I'm actually kind of impressed nobody's died tonight. Last time we had, it was, I thought we were going to tip into the void when everyone started like going incapacitated from the lack of food and stuff. Food is still short, so we're going to have to kind of build that up still, but let's see. 2, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, thanks, RIP. I don't know that I'm not necessarily like really good at the game, but I do enjoy the game, and I've seemed to be managing it okay. I'm like I said, I haven't built any of those crazy like 3,000 cycle colonies or anything. 2, 2, 2. It looks like we've got more 2s than anything, so let's grab number 2. Good, we got 2. What have we got? Ah, another loud sleeper. I shouldn't complain. I actually snore. So name it whore. Oh, that's awful. All right. Iron Gut. Ugly Crier. Decor Ooh, yeah. Low decor expectation. Go me. That offsets that person. Well, no, it doesn't. We brought in somebody with a 45 decor expectation. That's crazy. Actually, that person, I should probably try and find them and put a snazzy suit on them because that would help a lot with keeping things sorted out that way. All right, we need to name a duplicant. What are we going to name this one? Let's see. Who shouted out here? Queen Fox. We're not naming it Queen Fox. Get out of here. Although I see a couple people wanted to be Queen Fox. Dupe Queen Fox ain't bad. All right. I see. All right. I'm going to name it Queen Fox. Queen Fox. See, we got the fancy hairdo. Duplicate 53. So I'm technically in here twice, I guess. Queen, queen, queen. All right. Protect the queen. I'm glad you like the tutorials, Brian. I hope they've come in useful. It's funny, like this. There's a fair amount of complexity in this game for a game that's like so cartoony and everything. I like the challenge that it presents, and all the different things that you can do with it. And the little cartoony duplicates are super awesome, also. I'm gonna be cracking a wall into heavy watt wire. What? Not sure what you're talking about. All right, so decent sized colony. We held out okay for the food, but this needs to grow. How many seeds have we got? We've only got 90 seeds right now. I guess I should probably keep making this thing larger because we're gonna need more. We need more farm tiles. I'm gonna set. All right, I guess I might as well use the farm tiles. I guess. Got a whole pile of them here. Just make a huge row. We might actually have to wait for another harvest before we can even get to the point where we can plant enough sleet wheat to fill up all these tiles, because they're going to cook those things pretty fast. We're down to 84 of them already. But when they get another harvest, it should give them a good haul. This pressure is still not great. There's some weird gases in here that are at lower pressure, so it's actually kind of drifting around and stifling the plants, which isn't doing so awesome for me. Ooh, man, they're running slow. I have this on the fastest speed, but because of the game lag, they actually look like they're going in slow motion a little bit. Not a ton, but heavy watt decor. Yeah, I've got down at the bottom here. I've got some fabulous heavy watt decor going on. Look at this. Boom. That's all pretty down there. Up here's not so bad, but the place that they're like the main space they're living in, the decor is fairly good. I mean, our stress. I haven't had to do anything special. We only have a single massage table in here, just right there. 53 duplicants. They've been low on food, chronically low on food. They've been in a place where the colony has had some really poor oxygen supplies. We have heavy watt wire in play. I've used tons of the metal flooring, and our highest stress duplicant after 173 cycles is 16%. I think that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. I mean, decor is really not an issue in this colony, and it helps that I have a bunch of people running around with snazzy suits that help spread around some fancy decor and stuff also. But for a colony that, again, like I normally don't work with as many duplicants, I think for the most part it's gone pretty well. Yeah, the decor's worked out pretty good. I mean, stress has been a non-factor for the whole game, which is great. We've trivialized it. It's become a scenario where we don't have to worry about it at all, and instead I'm just worrying about all the other things that keep them alive instead of just making them upset, which is probably good considering we must have at least 6 binge eaters in this colony. So if the stress ever gets out of control, boom, the whole thing's just going to collapse on itself because they'll gobble up every bite of food there is in the colony, and then everything's going to crash and burn. But it's good. I'm excited for the update too, Brian. I can't wait for that. I like when new content comes out. I feel like we've kind of figured out how most things work in the content that's available now, so I'm looking forward to some new challenges, and playing around with the new disease control sort of thing looks kind of neat. Managing all the germs and those little hand washing stations you can set up as they go in and out of the bathroom. Our duplicants will finally stop going to the bathroom and then leaving it without washing their hands. It'll be great. But it'll also be something that's absolutely required, because if we don't, they're going to spread the germs around. But as nighttime falls, I think I'm going to call it a wrap on the stream for tonight. We did pretty good food-wise. We managed to expand, brought in more duplicants. We've got another source of water coming in to keep more oxygen flow going. We added some bathrooms because people kept peeing on the floor. Nobody died this stream, which I think is good. Last time we had at least 3 people die off last stream, so tonight was already an improvement. I do need to still try to sort out the pressure problem we have up here with our sleet wheat farm, but it's been growing pretty good, and it's done a decent job of keeping us alive, which I'm super happy for. I'd like to actually get to a place where we also have some bristle blossoms growing, but we need to get proper temperature conditions for that, otherwise it won't work anyway. But I got a call to wrap for tonight. Thank you to everyone who came out to watch the stream, those of you who were active in the chat, for those of you who were added to the colony as another duplicant, welcome to the colony. If you're not currently subscribed to the channel, then certainly consider clicking on that subscribe button. You can get notifications for the other streams that we have. Normally I stream every Tuesday night and Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then occasionally I'll also throw in some other nights where I'll pick a different game and I'll kind of jump in and play it and stuff. As well as normal video uploads and stuff on the YouTube channel as well. For those of you on Twitch, if you want to follow along, I'm going to continue to stream on Twitch as well. But if you're looking for any video recordings of other games that I'm playing, you'll want to go over and check out the YouTube channel. But if you like to chat as well, there is a Discord server that's been set up. There's a number of people that like to pop in there and chat a bit, and I pop in as well to kind of connect with everyone. And last plug, if you're not on the Discord server and you are following the channel, then I would recommend following me on Twitter as well, because it's really hard to notify people on YouTube. They don't have a notification system that lets me send a message about anything, so I kind of use Discord and Twitter for that. In the absence of that, it's really hard to let people know about stuff that's going on, so that's something I might consider also at one CrypticFox. But thanks everyone for watching the stream. I do hope you enjoy these and you'll come back and check out some more. I'm as always CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.